What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here on NBA 2K26, here for another realistic rebuild, and today we have to talk about the Chicago Bulls. While the Bulls have some interesting things, for the most part, there's nothing to be overly excited about. So let's go ahead, jump in, and rebuild the Chicago Bulls realistically in NBA 2K26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Currently on the road to 50,000 subs, so if you'd like to help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. But let's go ahead, like I said, take a look at what the Chicago Bulls have going on. So Josh Giddey and the Bulls, of course, were bidding over money the entire offseason basically. Now Kuminga and Quentin Grimes took way longer to sign their contracts, but Josh Giddey and the Bulls took a while to get it done as well. He ends up settling for 4 years, $100 million. You have Kobe White, you have Vucevic, you have Matas Buzelis, which is a guy that I think you should be excited about. I would assume, like, there is some things here to like, but like I said, for the most part, you're looking at this team and there's nothing to be overly excited about. Noah Essengay also could be someone interesting as well, or Sengay is probably the better way to say it. But let's go ahead, look at this rotation for year one. So you got Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu. Obviously, I want to start Buzelis, Nikola Vucevic, Kevin Huerter, Trey Jones, Zach Collins, Jalen Smith, and Phillips, which we're going to go ahead and run 10 deep because I do want to play Noah Essengay this season. So actually that would leave Patrick Williams out of the rotation. Can I find a way to play him this year? Yeah, maybe if we just bench Zach Collins or something, I guess we could play Essengay. So I'll do that, and we'll have Noah Essengay play these minutes instead because we already have Jalen Smith, so no need for two backup centers. So we'll do something like that, and we'll more than likely, of course, stop at the trade deadline and trade at least Vucevic or even Kobe White potentially as well. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling, but they're both expirings right now, so we got to figure out, are we going to keep them? Which we're definitely not keeping Vucevic with him being 34, but we definitely got to decide on Kobe White. Are we going to keep him on this team or are we going to move him? So we'll see what I'm feeling when we get to the deadline. We're probably going to be a bad team, so let's get this started. So we are at the trade deadline as promised, and I just did a Warriors rebuild, and of course I traded Kuminga away immediately in that video because it just felt like that's what's going to happen, obviously. And Vucevic has been someone that's been attached to the Warriors in the past. Now, I don't want to trade my first round pick to get this done. Like, while they are offering me a first round pick, I don't really want to do it like this. So this is the trade I want to do. I would be very, very happy to grab Jonathan Kuminga here at the trade deadline and give the Warriors another unk to add to their team, who is a floor spacer for them. So let's see if we can make something happen in a different way. I do not want to trade my first round pick unprotected. That sounds kind of scary. Let's say we have maybe a couple seconds attached to it. Like, I'd like to just do a straight up swap, but they probably won't let me get away. They want Jalen Terry. They'll give me Quentin Post. Okay, we could do this. So I'm going to go ahead and make this happen. Nikola Vucevic or Jonathan Kuminga as a swap I could see happening at the trade deadline. So we're going to do this. I prefer if it was just a swap, like straight up, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to get away with that. So Quentin Post, not a bad throw-in, and Jalen Terry is someone that they could be overly excited about, I guess. But that is the trade we're going to do. We're going to get Jonathan Kuminga at the trade deadline. We might as well. Let's grab another young piece out of this team. He's actually having a good season as well so far, so I like that. And then Josh Giddey is out for the season, by the way. He just dislocated his right patella. He didn't even play too many games, and he's just out for the season, which honestly is probably a good thing because it should make us worse. At least I hope it does. Now, the other question is, do we trade Kobe White at the trade deadline? I think I do want to trade him. I know we could keep him around, but him being 25, I'd like to see if I can get an unprotected first for him. If I can't get that, then I'll probably keep him. He might even be willing to sign an extension if I look at it. He does, and he would be fairly cheap for what his overall is. But if someone is willing to offer me an unprotected first, I might have to do it. So let's see if there is that option on the table. If there is, I got to take it. If not, we'll maybe just resign him because that contract he's asking for, not too bad. So Cleveland is offering me a first round pick. Boston's offering me a first round pick, and they take on Patrick Williams' contract as well. Wouldn't hate that, but not sure the Celtics would want to do that. That might seem a little short-sighted for them. Ty Jerome, Okongwu, which is interesting, but Russell Westbrook, no. First round pick from the Hornets, top 10 protected. Don't hate that. And then you got your Orlando Magic offer me a first round pick right now for Kobe White. Although, like, this would make sense, but they already got Desmond Bane, so kind of just doesn't make much sense anymore. And then the Pistons give me a first round pick. So I am getting those offers I was seeking, but part of me wonders if I should just keep him because he's not even asking for much money. So I think I'm going to lean towards keeping him, and we're going to extend him right now. I mean, the fact that we can get him for this cheap, I think, is pretty good. I'll gonna say Kobe White could get like 16.5 at least, because I do think there's gonna be, I don't know. I'm gonna give it to him anyway. So Kobe White, welcome back. Kevin Huerter, minimum. I'll probably just let him go. So we'll keep Kobe White around, and that will be what we do. 19 and 32 on the season so far. We bring in Jonathan Kuminga, which should be a ton of fun to have him. Buzelis and Kuminga are obviously two guys I'm overly excited about. Let's see how the rest of the season finishes out. So Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Igor Demon's a Rookie of the Year. Malik Monk's your sixth man. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Wembanyama. Neemias Queta is your most improved. Devin Booker is your clutch player, and Jason Kidd Coach of the Year. Alexander Panel is your executive. Draymond Green is your Cup MVP, averaging 7, 7, and 7. So shout out to Draymond Green. All NBA first team, All NBA second, and All NBA third team. I'm not expecting to see anybody other than maybe All Rookie first team for Noah Singay, but unfortunately that didn't happen either. So we end up as a team out of the play-in or the playoffs, which I think is better anyway. I'd rather have a lottery pick. So you had 21 from Kobe White. You had 19.5 from Jonathan Kuminga, 17 from Giddey before he got hurt, 13 from Zach Collins, 13 from Buzelis, 11.5 from Kevin Huerter, 9 from Trey Jones, 9 from Dosunmu, and 9 from Jalen Smith, and Javon Carter with 7 as well. So let's see who goes on to win the championship, as it will be, let's see. It will be the Knicks and Thunder, and the Knicks beat the Thunder in 7 games to win the championship. Now it is time for that beautiful draft lottery where we are projected the 7th overall pick, which feels pretty good. I feel like if we could stay in the top 7, we could probably get ourselves a pretty good player in this draft. So let's see if we can stay in the top 7 or even jump up. That'd be even better. And we will stay at 8. So we drop 1, which does suck, but we get the 8th overall pick. I still feel like we can get someone pretty good there. Staff signing Billy Donovan. I'm pretty sure he just signed an extension in real life, so I'm gonna go ahead and reflect that. So we'll get him done, and let's go to draft night, and let's pick with number 8. Don't think there's anybody I'm wanting to move before draft night. I already traded Vucevic like I wanted to. We extended Kobe White, even though I thought about trading him. Patrick Williams' contract's probably stuck here, and then Isaac Okoro is fine too. He's a little bit expiring. So yeah, I don't think there's anybody I'm like looking to move right now. So let's just jump in and see how this draft goes. Number 1, Darren Peterson to the Nets. Number 2 is going to be Asian Bands of Boston. That's kind of terrifying. We got Cameron Boozer to Washington. I would have loved one of those 3 in this video, but not gonna get that lucky today. Dame Sarr to Memphis. We got Dash Daniels to Utah. We got Nate Ament to Charlotte, and then Mikael Brown goes to Portland. So who do we want? We got Jaden on the board. We got Chris on the board. We got Darius. What else we got? We got Kareem Lopez, Chris, Luigi. I mean, honestly, I am kind of liking the idea of taking Chris here. The only unfortunate part about Chris, which I've noticed in this draft class, he doesn't develop really well at all. Like Kareem Lopez, I almost feel like I have the forwards figured out already. So Lopez is someone I do have interest in as well, but we got a Sengay, we got Buzelis, and we got Kuminga. So kind of don't want to add another forward to the team, honestly, is where I'm at. Caleb Wilson would be cool too. I mean, you got Lamont, which we already have Giddey. Like, none of that should take us away from drafting one of these guys. Don't get me wrong. But I do think, obviously, our weakest spot is center. Now, Chris is not someone that's going to be the starter. I've noticed he's going to be a fine starter right now. But in the future, he needs to be a backup because he just doesn't develop really well. But he will be our pick here. So, essentially, we are drafting a backup center here, which I'm not really sure that's the best thing we should be doing right now. But that is what I'm going with. So welcome to the Bulls, Chris. We don't even have anything at the 5 right now, so that's why I'm okay with that. I'm going to accept Kuminga's team option, and then Phillips I'm going to accept as well. Buzelis, Kuminga, welcome back. Qualifying offers, Quentin Post. Yeah, I'd be open to bringing him back too. And then for free agency, we have just Dosunmu, we have Zach Collins, we have Kevin Huerter, and Javon Carter. So the only one I'd have interest in is Ayo Dosunmu, which honestly, he didn't play too well last year, 29% from 3. Definitely gives me a little worries there, but Trey Jones, once he's back, will be our backup point guard. Josh Giddey is still the point guard. Kobe White at the 2. Then got the 3, Okoro at the 3 as well. And then, of course, Buzelis, Patrick Williams, Sengay, and then now Chris, Jalen Smith, and then we'll bring back Quentin Post. So I don't think we've done anything to further push this team out of being out of the middle, to be honest with you. But it didn't help that we didn't get like lucky in the draft lottery. So there's that at least. So at least I have, that kind of explains where we're at right now. But I am looking to bring back Quentin Post if we can get him back. So I'll renounce everybody else, but Quentin Post I do want to bring back if we can, just because there is some interest for me. So let's see where he's at. Quentin Post, where are you at? So he should be over here somewhere. Is the only one. So he's asking for just a minimum. So we should be able to get that done. We'll give him like 3 years, 4, something like that. So he'll be done, and that will probably be our first off season. Nothing special about it. There is some guys we could sign, but I think I'm gonna wait. We could sign like Hardenstein as well, which would be interesting, or Ayton or Mark Williams, but none of these guys are going to bring a ton of stability at the 5. Like Hardenstein would, but I do kind of like what we have at center right now with Chris, Jalen Smith, and Quentin Post. So I'm not going to sign Isaiah Hardenstein at the moment. If we go to player progression, Kobe White is up. Asenge is only up 3 overall, which isn't terrible. Okoro is up, Patrick Williams is up, and Kuminga is up. So again, and then Bazelis, unfortunately, I don't think I've ever seen Bazelis develop extremely well in this rebuild either, or in this simulation, or in 2K 26 simulation. So essentially, I have nobody that I'm overly excited about right now. That's what I will say. So a lot still to be desired on this team, but the patient approach is what we're doing. So here is a rotation going into year 2. We got Josh Giddey at point guard. Maybe he will stay healthy this season. Kobe White at the 2, Kuminga at the 3, Bazelis at the 4. Chris is going to start at the 5 with Patrick Williams, Jalen Smith, Isaac Okoro, Noah Singay, and Aaron Holiday. So again, nothing overly special about this team. We'll definitely look at every option at the deadline potentially as well. Might stop there. We may not. I'm pretty sure we have our pick as well, which is going to be important to have that. So we do have our first round pick, and we could have Portland's pick as well if they make the playoffs. So something to keep in mind there too, even though that won't be a lottery pick. But all right, I will see you guys potentially at the deadline to make a move if I feel like it. But hey, right now we're playing well, so maybe we do make the playoffs, and wasn't expecting it. So at the end of year number 2, Jokic wins MVP, Peterson's your Rookie of the Year, Cole Anthony is your 6th man, Mobley's your DPOY, Rob Dillingham is your Most Improved, Jokic is your Clutch Player, and Kidd is your Coach of the Year, and Alexander Panel is your Executive, Cooper Flag Cup MVP. And here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. And I'm assuming, yeah, we'll have Chris on one of these. Yes, he does make All-Rookie second team, which is nice to see. 11 points per game, 7 rebounds per season for him. Or on the season for him, I should say. We are the 7th seed in the East, so we did make the play-in as we finished up at 43 and 39. So I guess it's intriguing that we were over 500, but again, I'm not overly excited about anything we have so far. So we're going into the playoffs with Josh Giddey hurt once again. Man, this guy cannot stay healthy. Holy moly. And then Bazelis is also hurt going in, so that's going to hurt us quite a bit. All right, let's see what our what our rotation looks like going into this play-in game. So gonna go 9-man rotation with Trey Jones, Kobe White, Kuminga, Patrick Williams, Chris, and then I guess Kuminga's down to a 78 overall for some reason. Not sure why. Or I guess maybe the morale in general is all down. All right, let's simcast against Philadelphia, which they have Maxey, Edgecombe, Paul George, Tobias Harris, and Embiid. So pretty much the same team, and we did lose. I meant to simcast, but it's all good. All right, now we get Miami. So Miami, who just extended Jovic, have Mitchell, Hero, Wiggins, Bam, Khalil Ware, Norman Powell, Jovic. So yeah, their team hasn't changed much either. So can we beat the Miami Heat here to get into the actual playoffs? I mean, even if we get in, not really sure how good we'll do when we're in there, but you never know, I guess. And we will win 103-86. Kobe White with 34. We play the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is going to be a tough one, but we'll get some playoff experience anyway. The game 1, we do win, though, 104-95, so that's interesting. Kobe White with 30 in that one, so not very efficient from 3, but he did get us the win. Game 2. Okay, we are up 2-0 for some reason. I have no idea why, but we simply are. That's kind of interesting, but let's see. So Aaron Holiday, I guess, now going to start. Bazelis is still hurt. Of course, Giddey is still out as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can't simcast game 3 and take a 3-0 lead. We took both games on the road, and now can we take it home as well? Yeah, we're up 3-0 right now, which is pretty wild over the first seed. Don't think this is what should be happening, but here we are anyway. Are we going to sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers, the first seed? I mean, they may be injured now that I think about it. I didn't even really look at their team. It's 133-105. I guess they're missing Donovan Mitchell, it looks like. Yeah, him being hurt is probably helping quite a bit. But, I mean, still, they got Garland, who's also hurt. He's at an 80 overall right now. So that's probably not helping either for them. And they are winning game 5. So they may get back in this game, or back in the series, which, wouldn't shock anybody. And this is going to a game 7, I think. So, despite going up 3-0, we are going to a game. Oh, wow, we almost tied it there and won. But Yeah, it would be kind of brutal to blow a 3-0 lead, I'm not going to lie, but look how many injuries we have, so this is not too shocking. So, game 7 on the road in Cleveland. I mean, we were able to win 2 road games already, so can we finish this off? Got to start, right? Or we got the lead right now, but they do get it back, and they will make us blow a 3-0 lead. I don't even know if we should have been up 3-0 in the first place, so that is fine, I guess. Cleveland now dominates everybody else. Well, Atlanta took them to 7, but the Mavericks beat them in 6 games. So, here are your retirements. Russell Westbrook retiring on the Nuggets, which feels right. And then Blazers, Damian Lillard, love that too. So this offseason, the lottery isn't going to matter for us because unfortunately our pick is outside of it. We get the 16th pick though. The Blazers get number 2 and the Rockets have the 4th pick via the Nets. And we got Billy Donovan still as the coach at the moment. We almost won a first round series, but blowing 3-0 lead is a little, disappointing, I would say. But with the 16th pick, we're going to see what we can get in this draft. Let's see if there's anything of interest for us. So, Brennan is going number 1 to Utah. Tyron Stokes to Portland. We got Hugo to Charlotte. And then Houston takes Christian Collins. Let's see what we like on this board here. So, we have Jason Crow Jr., which I am tempted by him. But let's see what else we got. We got Mahop. We got Mayer, Richardson, Richard O'Brien. But I do think I'm going to take Jason Crow here. So, welcome to Chicago, Jason Crow Jr. out of Missouri. We obviously can't trust Josh Giddey to stay healthy, so he ends up being a 75 overall. So, not a bad start in this offseason, getting a 75 overall point guard for depth. Maybe he develops into something nice, which would be great. And then Trey Jones will probably decline as well. Bazelis and Asenge will accept. Qualifying offers, Kuminga, we may bring him back, we may not, but I am extending a qualifying offer on him anyway. For free agency, we have Jalen Smith-Okoro, Kuminga, who's not asked for much money, so might look to bring him back. Although, why did he regress down to a 78 overall? I'm not sure, but that's where he's at now. Okay, so let's look at this roster. Josh Giddey is someone I want to move off of. The man can't seem to stay healthy, and I just can't deal with that anymore. So, if we can move off him, that'd be good. Chris, and then, to me, all we have is bench pieces at the moment. We don't really have anything to be... I mean, Kobe White's a starter, don't get me wrong. So, I do like Kobe White, and he's playing well. So, I think him as a starting shooting guard for this team is totally fine. But Josh Giddey is someone who can't seem to stay healthy. Bazelis and Patrick Williams, I'm not going to trust, Bazelis and Asenge to develop into anything special for us, unfortunately, even though I would love for that to happen. But I do want to move off Josh Giddey. He just can't stay healthy, and I'm sick of it. So, let's try to, really make a franchise-altering move. I don't know if we could do that with just Josh Giddey, but... that is what I'm going to try to do. And we're going to see if there's a team that may be interested in moving off something. And we get Josh Giddey in the trade and some picks as the trade for them. So I immediately know who I want to talk to. It's going to be the Charlotte Hornets with LaMelo Ball. He only has 2 years left in his deal. He's willing to sign an extension with them. But yeah, if we could throw Josh Giddey and some first round picks their way for LaMelo, I think I'd feel better about that. LaMelo Ball does have his injury history, of course, too. That's something to, think about. But Josh Giddey, LaMelo Ball, obviously the ceiling for LaMelo Ball is much higher. So I do like the idea of bringing LaMelo here to Chicago, and I do think that the Bulls have been attached to him in the past anyway. So I'm going to throw them Josh Giddey, and if I could throw them Patrick Williams contract as well, I would not hate doing that. Although I will say, he shot 11 points per game and 43% from 3, so maybe he's someone we should keep around. So it doesn't look like we have to offer anything else. We could just do this straight up. I will offer my 2020 unprotected and 2030 unprotected, and then we could throw them, let's say... I don't know, a Senge or Chris, or I'd like to keep all these guys if I can, but realistically speaking, they'd probably want someone. Maybe I will throw them Patrick Williams, who's a 25-year-old good player for them, and I guess we don't have a 2030 unprotected no, we already did that. That's why we can't go to 2032. That's why. Okay, so can I do like a 2029 pick swap unprotected? No. I guess I can't do a swap with them, or maybe I have to do it on their side. 2029. No, it just doesn't even give me that option. Okay, interesting. So Josh Giddey, 2 first-round picks, Patrick Williams, and let's say we throw Quentin Post in here too as another piece, and they do this trade hopefully, and they do. So we get LaMelo Ball on the Chicago Bulls. So that feels like a solid move. We do sacrifice some of our depth, but I feel like I finally have a starting point guard that I'm going to trust throughout the video. 25 and 7 last year. Josh Giddey can't stay healthy. LaMelo Ball may have his concerns as well, but I feel great about that trade, and now we can look into free agency. Kuminga is someone I would probably keep just for depth, and he is restricted again for some reason, which he shouldn't be. Trey Jones is someone that I'll give a minimum to. Like, we could sign some minimums on all these guys. Like, that's not going to hurt us at all. So we'll give all the minimums. Kuminga, I guess we can't get him yet, but what else should we add? I guess we don't really necessarily have a starting small forward right now because we just traded Patrick Williams away. We don't have a starting 5 either. So what could we get in free agency? We do have money to offer someone pretty good. Carly Towns, I don't know if I'll go that far. There's Brandon Clark, Mitch Robinson. So no one at the center position overly exciting, of course. Cat is interesting, but don't really want to spend that much money. Giannis, no, I'm not going to do that. That seems a little too crazy. Star Thompson restricted. RJ Barrett is unrestricted. DeAndre Hunter, and then Andrew Wiggins. And then Kuminga, I guess, is like the one guy that I could throw money at and feel okay about it. So I'm going to throw Kuminga a deal to be at least a guy on this roster. Don't like overly trust him, but he is a guy that will be on this roster playing minutes for us. Casey Wallace is someone that I feel like we could steal away from the Thunder because they're going to have a hard time paying everybody. So I do kind of like the idea of throwing some money at him as well for more depth on this team. So I'm going to throw Casey Wallace a deal, see if the Thunder want to match that. So get all these guys signed, and we get Casey Wallace on the team. So I like that. Anything else we want to throw some money at before we're all said and done? We do need a center regardless. Like, we have Jalen Smith, but I do want to, add another center to this team. So let's go add, I guess, while Lively would be awesome. I just feel like the Mavericks would probably match it. So probably, and, the Mavericks are probably going to keep him in the foreseeable future. So Mitch Robinson, or you got like Iguodaro down here. But I am going to go ahead and throw Mitch Robinson a deal, I guess. The Miami Heat are in on him too. But no, actually, I'm going to let the Miami Heat get him. I'm going to go with someone cheaper because Iguodaro, I guess, on a minimum, or yeah, basically a minimum contract, will bring him in. So Chris will still start regardless, and this is what it will look like. Below Koulibaly is unrestricted, and I guess we could afford him, or no, we can't anyway. He's asked for $37 million anyway. I probably wouldn't give that to him. Okay, so we bring in LaMelo Ball as our big move. He is already down, which is a little concerning. Now, Bazelis is jumping up more than I thought he would. He's up to an 83, so at least we have that going for us. Kobe White is down 1 overall. Asenge is up. Chris is up. Iguodaro is up, which is nice. Okoro is down, but I do like the fact that we brought in Jason Crow, which I love that, and then Asenge 78 overall, which is awesome. So I do think we're steering in the right direction, but there is definitely more moves to be desired. So again, we're still in that spot in the video where, while yes, there has been some good things, we definitely are still far away from the goal. So Pyric has this 20th overall as we're a 3.5 balanced system, and here's what your starting unit will look like. So you got LaMelo Ball, Kobe White, Kuminga, Bazelis, Chris, Cason Wallace, Asenge, Iguodaro, and Jalen Smith as a rotation. So I would like to get Jason Crow some minutes this year as well, though, so he'll come out here and play, which is nice. And yeah, I'm feeling good about this. Injuries will be something to look for, obviously, as usual. But if I do still have the deadline to make a move, of course, I will show you. Bazelis is giving me a lot of confidence, though, that he could be at least our starting power forward throughout the video. And Kobe White, I still have confidence in as well. But if there is a right move to make, he's still someone I would be open to moving. And then Chris, like I said, I know he's not going to be a starting center caliber player. We need to find a starting 5 still as well. All right, let's go ahead, sim this season, see how it's going to go. Hopefully we're above water and can make like a win now move at the deadline, but we'll see where we're at when we get there. So we are at the trade deadline, and I'm looking here to make a minor move. This is nothing too crazy, but the one thing we are getting out of this is a lottery protected first. They're giving us Keegan Murray, who just has kind of been a guy for them. Nothing too crazy, but the one thing I like about Keegan Murray here is he's going to shoot the 3 a little bit better than Kuminga does, which is what I want. We're also going to first round pick out of it. So the Kings are going to king, and I'm going to go ahead and make this trade happen. So that's our move at the deadline. It's nothing crazy, but we get a first round pick, which is what I was kind of seeking. And Keegan Murray is someone who's going to space the floor much better than Kuminga was, which is why I also like him quite a bit. So while is it anything, overly, exciting? Again, that's kind of been the theme. We haven't done anything too crazy, but I do like the move. So I think we're getting closer to where we want to be, but we're still not quite there. So Keegan Murray is a nice addition, and I do like him as a piece off the bench or starting, whatever it may be. We're 28 and 23 right now. So I think this next offseason, though, I really want to shape things up into like maybe trying to be closer to contention. But right now the team's playing well, and we're a top 3 seed. So maybe we're closer than I think. MVP goes to Victor Wembanyama. Stokes is your rookie of the year. In Portland, Mikael Brown, 6-man. Wemby's your depoy. Jace Richardson, most improved. And Booker's your clutch player. Kidd's your coach of the year. And Cody Toole is your executive. And then Mobley wins Cup MVP. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So no LaMelo Ball, I don't believe. So that would have been nice to see, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. All rookie first team and all rookie second team. So yeah, nothing other than Crow should be on here for us, which he is. I almost skipped over that, but yeah, 12 and off the bench to 37% from 3. Almost, you know, he had 90. Yeah, he was great. I love what we got out of him right away with the 16th pick. We do end up as the third seed in the East. So like I said, we were much better than I even kind of anticipated this year. Now, LaMelo Ball is hurt with a broken right arm, which is kind of concerning, obviously, going in here. But 18 points from Kobe White, 17 from Bazelis, 12 from Crow. And one thing I also feel like we did by trading Kuminga away is we gave more freedom to Bazelis, because Kuminga was averaging similar points to what Bazelis was. So Bazelis got the opportunity to be kind of the third guy, and Kuminga was out the door. So I feel like that accomplished some things too. Now, unfortunately, we're going in with no LaMelo Ball, but he did, oh my gosh, he only played 22 games this year. Holy moly. Yeah, that's not good. How did Giddey do? What did he play? Josh Giddey played 73, of course. He stayed healthy this time around for them. Okay, well, that is, you know, maybe the theme you get for Lonzo or LaMelo Ball. So maybe that was a mistake. He is not going to be playing for us here in these playoffs, but seemed like we were still good without him. So maybe we trade LaMelo in the offseason and get something different, and Crow takes over the point guard position. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking. We'll see, though. Hopefully you get him back, though. We'll see. Indiana's our round 1 match. So they got Halliburton. They still don't really have a center. I mean, our center isn't the best either, but we'll see. Game 1 is going to go to Indiana, 117 and 114. 29 from Kobe White. It didn't matter. We still lost. Game 2. We do win at home in Game 2, though. 26, 23, and 15. Game 3 is going to go to the Pacers. Game 4 is going to go to the Pacers. So despite being a third seed, we were just simply kind of fraudulent. So we do lose in round 1, which does suck. Mavericks and Nets, and the Mavericks go on to beat them again. So the Mavericks are the team to stop in this video. It seems like they got some things going on there in Brooklyn that to be, you know, to be happy about. But all right, so let's go to the lottery. Again, I think we don't have a pick this offseason. We traded it away to Charlotte, I'm pretty sure. So that will be something we don't have to worry about. But I am, you know, worried about Lonzo, or I keep saying Lonzo, LaMelo Ball. I'm going to keep Billy Donovan still, but if LaMelo Ball is going to play 22 games, then I don't know. I mean, we could try it again, but if there's a move to be made here, I might have to make it. So Noah Singay and Chris are 2 guys I will be accepting, and then qualifying offers, Buzelis and Iguodala are 2 guys I do have interest in bringing back, especially Buzelis, of course, no surprise there. How much money do we have? Or I guess we don't have money at all, really. Well, no, we have no money. So, well, I guess we do have a little bit, just not quite for the, you know, big time free agents. But Buzelis is going to be getting a lot of our money, it looks like, so that's something to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and get that done. 25 a year feels pretty good for him. And outside of that, we probably won't have much money left to spend. So Buzelis is going to be the guy we're after. So we get him back, which is nice, but do have money to sign someone else. Now, LaMelo Ball does concern me, but Flowware is restricted, and I would love to throw an offer sheet at him and see if Miami wants to match it. So I'm going to throw as much as I can at them to bring in another center. Let's see what they want to do with it. And they will not match it. So we get Flowware on the team, so that feels good. And then let's see what else. I think I'll bring Iguodala back still, but LaMelo Ball does concern me a little bit. We still don't really have a starting 3, but a Singay maybe. I mean, again, he's not developing anything really nice that, you know, anything too nice for us right now. So starting 3, though, is someone that I'm going to bring in Moses Moody at the starting or the backup 3 for right now. And then Iguodala, if we could bring him back, I would like to bring him back too. So bring Iguodala back. Just kidding, goes to Miami. So I guess we swap centers with them. Capella, Gobert, or Day'Ron Sharpe is always someone I don't hate as like a backup 3rd string. We'll bring in Isaiah Joe for some shooting. And he goes to the Kings, so never mind. Gary Trent, maybe you decide to come to Chicago. He does. Anybody else? Caleb Wilson is already here in free agency. Unfortunately, we don't have money for him, but that would be nice. DMB also here, but we don't have money for him. Okay, let's go to play progression. LaMelo Ball is down. Bazelis is up to an 85. So I didn't think Bazelis would develop anything too crazy, but he is correcting me. Gary Trent, Day'Ron Sharpe are nice depth down here. Pro is simply just a backup still. I was kind of wondering if he would develop anything crazy, but Chris is up to an 81, which is the most I've seen him develop into before. I think one time he's only stuck at a 79 for me. So Senge is up to an 80 though, which is nice. If we move him to the 3, does he go up at all? He does. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. So he's up to an 82 at the 3. So maybe we do start him this year. Now that kind of leaves our backup 4 spot kind of blank right now. But we have guys we can play there. Like Senge and Keegan Murray can slide over if needed. So not overly worried about that. So LaMelo Ball is the theme of this. Is what we got to figure out. Is he going to stay healthy? We were good last year, even without him. That's the thing. So I'm going to keep him right now, but if he misses a lot of games again, which he isn't expiring right now, so it's a little worrisome, but we'll gamble with it and hope it pays off. I think I might have loaded the wrong draft class. I think we're still, yeah, I need to load 2029, but okay. Let's load 2029. Let's look at this rotation after that. So here's rotation for the season. LaMelo Ball, Kobe White, Keegan Murray, Matas Buzelis with Chris, Noah Senge, Chloe Ware, Kaysen Wallace, and Moses Moody. So that is what we're going to roll with. I guess we're going to run 10 deep to get Crow some minutes too. LaMelo Ball, how healthy will you be for us this year? We do need you to be kind of that superstar we traded for. Maybe at the deadline we move away from him. I guess it just kind of depends on what we're doing when we're there. We were good last year, so I'm kind of expecting that to be the same thing, but we'll see when we get there. We are at the trade deadline as I'm trying to land ourselves another starting caliber player here. And I'm looking at Brennan Miller, former teammate of LaMelo. So that is who I'm after. So I'm going to be offering them Kobe White, unfortunately, and Keegan Murray. So that is what I'm going to go with. Kobe White, Keegan Murray, and this Kings pick to see if the Hornets would be incentivized to send me Brennan Miller. And then I'll throw my 2032 unprotected as well. I mean, we're trying to get to contender status, and they do agree. So we get Brennan Miller on the team, and that slides him at the 2, but I want him to play the 3 for us. That's what I'm going to do because he goes up to an 86. So LaMelo Ball and Brennan Miller reunited. So now we have LaMelo Ball. Kaysen Wallace is a starter for now, which I don't hate. Brennan Miller, Buzelis, Chris, Noah Senge, Crow, Gary Trent. It does shorten our depth a little bit, but Moody and Chloe are hurt right now, so that will change, though. I like it. I think that's a move we needed to make, and I feel good about it. So we'll see if it helps us or hurts us. We're 12 games over 500 right now. Brennan Miller should make us better. I will see you guys in the postseason where I feel like we'll be the best team we've possibly been in this video. And that was a very, very necessary move to make. Luka Doncic wins MVP back in a Mavericks jersey. CJ Ross, Rookie of the Year for the Hornets. Agent Bands as your 6th man. Dice Daniels as your D-Play. Most Improved goes to Johnny Furphy. Clutch Player goes to Morant. And Jason Kidd's your Coach of the Year. And Hobson is your Executive. And yeah, the Mavericks getting Luka Doncic back. That makes sense. Devin Booker, Şengün are hurt, but both on All-NBA first team. I was about to say, LaMelo Ball played enough games this year, and he does make an All-NBA second team, which is why we wanted him on the team. He's an All-NBA representative for us, which is great. All-defensive first team, all-defensive second team, all-rookie first team, and all-rookie second team. So we did make the playoffs as the 4th seed in the East, which feels good. We have not won a playoff series yet in this video, but yeah, 22 from LaMelo, 17 from Brennan Miller, and 14 from Buzelis, 12 from Chris, and wow, both our centers are hurt. That's great. Love that. And then Senge is also hurt. Okay, well, that hurts us quite a bit. Let's go to a 9-man rotation in these playoffs because of how depleted we are. But LaMelo Ball is healthy, which is what matters. Sharp is starting, which I don't hate him as a starter, but I guess Chloe Ware is playing through his injury too because of how depleted we are. But all right. New York is our first round matchup. They have AJ Mitchell, McBride. Either Brunson's no longer the team or he is injured at the moment, and he is injured. So is Mikal Bridges. So they have their injuries to deal with too. So let's go ahead and see what they have as far as, you know, their injuries are. So Brunson's out for, yeah, he won't be playing this entire series. Mikal Bridges out for the season with a concussion, which is crazy. Okay, I mean, we may be hurt, but so are they. So that should give us the advantage, hopefully. And then as far as team stats are concerned, whoops, that's playoff stats. Let's look at actual team stats for the season. Offensive rating, we were number 8. And then defensive rating, we were number 7. So not bad. All right. Game 1 is going to go to us 125-99. So that's a good start. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Yeah, I feel like with how injured they were, we should have beat them. And we did just that. So hopefully bought some time, but Brett Miller gets hurt. He'll be able to play through it. And then we still have Senge, Chris, and Chloe all out. So That definitely sucks. This is going to be a little bit of a tougher series coming up, as it will be the Atlanta Hawks. So, all right. Did that buy us any time to get... Well, Brennan Miller's healthy now, which is good. But all three of these guys are still out. How far away are they to being back? 1 to 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, and 4 to 6 weeks. So, probably won't be seeing them at all unless we make it to the finals. But the Hawks may have injuries too. So, Hardy, Daniels, Riche, Jalen Johnson, Okongwu, Porzingis, Edwards. Doesn't look like they have any injuries, really. Peyton Pritchard, I guess, is buried in the depth chart. But I don't know if that's an injury. Might not be. All right. Game 1 is going to go to Atlanta. Game 2 is going to go to Atlanta. Yeah, I think with how depleted we are right now, not going to help us. So we lose both road games, but we are going to be back at home here. So maybe we can make something happen, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. So 150 to 119, and we're going to get swept. Oh, no, we won game 4, so we're still here. But can we win game 5 and make things even more interesting? Let's find out. And unfortunately, no. We're going to get beat in 5 games. So we did win a playoff series, but unfortunately, didn't end up mattering. We lose, and we were just way too injured here. So Detroit and Dallas and the Mavericks go on to win it all, like they've done, I think, every freaking season so far. So we are close to our goal. We made it to the second round. If we were healthy, I think we could have given the Hawks a little bit more issues there. Fortunately, we were not. Billy Donovan. I mean, we could fire Billy Donovan and go to a different head coach, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to fire Billy Donovan, and we're going to go after JJ Redick. So that's why I wanted to do this. So Redick is going to be our new coach in Chicago, so I like that. Now let's head to draft night. I think we may have a pick. I could be wrong, though. Let's see. Yeah, we're the 24th pick. Okay, so let's go ahead and draft with that. Let's see what we can get here at pick 24 in this draft. So we got Roderick Wallace, which I will take him here out of Santa Clara. Welcome. Hopefully he's at least like good enough to play right away. No, he's not. So new one. Player options. Set both of these, even though both hurt. Qualifying offers, Noah Singay and Ingram. But Singay, someone I want to bring back. And then we have LaMelo Ball, of course, which he actually isn't asking for too much money either, which is nice. The Singay will bring them back. So those are done, which is nice. Now I just want to focus on bringing in as much depth as we physically can. So we have LaMelo Ball, Crow once he's healthy. Casey Wallace are the 2 right now. Brennan Miller, Isingay, and Moses Moody. We have Wallace, who we just brought in, and then Chris and Chloe Ware. Okay, shooting guard position being upgraded would be nice. So I think that's what I'm going to look to do. Dame Sarr is here, unrestricted. 23 years old. Wow. I don't know why he's here, but I am throwing him my MLE. So let's bring him in. That feels great to bring him in. Hopefully he develops into something more. Claxton as a 3rd string. I guess we can't get him. Just kidding. Iguodaro, former Bull here. So we'll bring him back. And then we do have money to bring like a Jamal Murray in or something, I guess. Or Emmanuel Quickly. So wouldn't hate either of them. We got this guy. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but another guy that I wouldn't hate. Hawkins I'll bring in as some more shooting. Bring that in. And then let's bring in IQ, which is kidding. We can't do that. Trey Mann as a minimum guy. Don't hate that. So we'll do that. Another former Hornet. We are just going after Hornets players here. And MPJ. We'll bring him in too. So just kidding. Goes to the Knicks. Anyone else? Marketing. Former Bull. Why not? Let's bring him back. So that will be our offseason. We didn't really upgrade the shooting guard position other than bringing in Dame Sarr. Kind of hoping he develops, but he's not going to. So he's an 80 overall. Or sorry, he's an 81 overall. So I guess he is technically better than Casey Wallace. Do I move Casey Wallace and try to make an upgrade here though? His contract is big enough that we probably could. So I do think that's going to be like the last move we try to make here. So here is a rotation going into this season. So I did not move Casey Wallace because there just really wasn't anything that made sense for us. But may still look to do so at the deadline if we feel like we want to. But we got LaMelo Ball, Casey Wallace, Brennan Miller, Buzelis, Chris, Noah Singay, Dame Sarr, Chloe Ware, Jordan Hawkins, and Trey Mann. You still have Crow, who unfortunately didn't develop into anything like I thought he would. But yeah, I do think there is another move to be made at the deadline. That is the hope. So we'll see if we can do that. We should be a good team like we've been in the regular season. Have Redick as the coach now. We'll see what we're looking like at the deadline and try to complete this team with one final move. So this is the final move I'm hoping to make. I'm trying to see if I get Cedric Coward off the Grizzlies. He's averaging 12 points on 50% from 3 so far. So yeah, this guy would be an absolute stud to bring in. Our floor spacing would be phenomenal if we're able to get him. So yeah, we're going to try to make this happen. I'm throwing them Wallace, Casey Wallace, and a unprotected Bulls or pick. And they do agree. So we get Cedric Coward at the deadline. 36 and 15. I feel like that makes our roster that much better. So Cowher is going to be brought in, and now this year, new starting 5. So I feel good about it. Chris is the only one that's hurt right now. The depth is still here as well. We didn't sacrifice much depth. So this to me feels like a team that can go win it all, even though we don't really have like any superstar necessarily. Like LaMelo Ball is as close as we got to that, and he is pretty good. But yeah, if we can go in healthy, I think we can win. We're 36 and 15 right now. We bring in Cedric Cowher to give us more floor spacing. Hopefully, we'll be hoisting a Larry O'Brien. Luka Doncic wins MVP. Garma is your Rookie of the Year. AJ Banza is your 6th man. Daniel's Depoy. Traore is your most improved. Peterson's your clutch player. Kids are Coach of the Year. And Hobson is your executive. Melo Ball did win Cup MVP, which was nice to see. And here is your All-NBA first team. So Doncic is hurt. So is John Morant. All-NBA second and All-NBA third team. Melo Ball is on here, and he's also healthy, which is great. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. And that is where we're at. So we end up as the first seed of the East, which is what we wanted. Here were your player stats. So you had 23 from LaMelo. I do see some injuries, but thankfully Chris is just day-to-day, and Hawkins is the only one that's really hurting us. I guess it's Sengay, also day-to-day. So we're going in fairly healthy, which is nice. Dame Star was a great addition, 16 points. Brennan Miller with 20, 14 from Buzelis, 12 from Cedric Cowher, and 12 and 9 from, yeah, this looks good. As far as team stats were concerned, offensive rating-wise, we were number 1. In defensive rating, we were a little bit lower than, last year as we were 16. So middle of the pack, which could be worse, but all right. In round 1, we will draw the Detroit Pistons. So this is where, things will get interesting. But Chris is back. Everyone is healthy other than Hawkins. Okay. So hopefully you can take advantage of this. Cade, Derek White, Asar Thompson, Ben, and Zach Edey, Igor Dimon. What else? Anybody else kind of hurt on this team? Caleb Gaskins is hurt, which is big time for us. Okay. And I think Gabe Neesmith might be hurt too. As we do lose game 1, though. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to them. All right. Not liking this so far. We're down 2-1, which feels a little weird. But can we come out here and tie the series? If we lose to the Pistons here in round 1, then that would be not a good thing, I will say. But we will barely tie the series. That was a little too close for comfort. I might even go 8-man rotation here right now just because not like what I'm seeing so far. So let's simcast game 5, and let's take advantage of being at home, please. But the Pistons are giving us some issues right now. Now, they have the lead, but we take it back. We got to win game 5. If we lose game 5, we're dead. We're dead, man. This team is giving us a lot of issues right now, and I don't even know why. Cade's like a one-man wrecking crew, so maybe that's my answer. But yeah, if we look at their team, like, this is not a team we should be losing to, I feel like. Cade is good, but Caleb Gaskins is their best player, or second best player, and he's out for the season. They got another guy that's hurt. Zach, yeah, outside of Cade, like, this is a team we should be taking down, but for whatever reason, it may not work out that way. We might lose in 6 as the first seed, which is just brutal, but let's see if we can't, force a game 7, and maybe we win in game 7, but these games have been way too close for comfort that we barely won game 4. Now, this one's looking good for us, though. So we do win this one fairly convincingly, which is good. So, LaMelo Ball, Brennan Miller are really tired right now, but I need you guys to push through it. Buzelis also hurt, not good. Okay, game 7. Let's see if we can't take care of being at home. All right, we start off hot, but don't let them back in the game. I would love nothing more to get out of round 1 because that would be brutal if we lost, and we will get out of round 1. So that was a little scary, but we do make it out. Now we get to play the Brooklyn Nets, and we did lose Buzelis in the series, so that really hurts us. He is, I don't even know how far he is from being back, but let's see. He is a season-ending injury. That is, yeah, not good. So that's our starting power forward, just gone, and nothing we can do about it. So Brooklyn, they got Peterson, they got Bilal Coulibaly. Their center is really weak, so hopefully our centers take advantage, but, I'm not really sure. We'll have to see. So game 1 does go to us, 130-97, so that's a good start. Game 2 goes to us. So far, so good. We might sweep the Nets and beat them in 5, hopefully. Do not blow 3-0 lead again. I know we did it earlier against the Cavs, but the Cavs, we were the 8th seed, so I didn't feel as bad. But we can't be the first seed blowing a 3-0 lead. This Nets team with no good center, and we do hang on. So we went in 6, and we're in the conference finals, so that feels great. But now it is time to see if we can't complete this. So we're still running our 8-man rotation, which I feel okay about. Atlanta is our first round matchup. they're relatively healthy other than I think Boozer, or was it, or it's Jalen Johnson. He is out, I think. Or he's not even on the team anymore. So I guess he's not on the team. So that makes, oh no, he's right there. What am I talking about? So never mind. Okay. Game 1 is going to go to us, those, 136 to 131. Game 2 goes to us. So far, so good. 137 to 123. We go up 3-0. No, they're going to tie it, aren't they? Yeah, they tie the series. Okay, so we're back. Someone else is hurt now. Brennan Miller's hurt. But they got to play through it, I guess. All right, let's simcast. Game 5 at home in Chicago. Really need a win here. We could get to the finals if we win at this point, and we will win game 5. 119 to 131. Brennan Miller's hurt. It doesn't matter. We're still winning right now. I mean, even if we get to the finals, though, we're going to be limping in, and we're going to potentially be playing the Mavericks, who have Cooper Flag and Luka Doncic. Yeah, we're dead if we get there. And then they got Koa P and Dylan Harper, and oh my gosh. So I don't think we're winning even if we make it to the final. Oh, that's the wrong series. What am I doing? Okay, well, I guess I'm simcasting Spurs and Mavericks. Didn't mean to do that, but let's see who wins game 5 over here. So the Spurs have the lead at the moment, and they will win game 5. Okay, now for our game 6, I should say. Okay, on the road in Atlanta, they have the lead. I would love to make it to the finals, but like I said, I know if we get in there, we've been behind the Hawks the whole game, but can we steal it at the end? No, we cannot. 135 to 145. So injuries are, oh my gosh, the Sengay. Well, you know, not having Buzelis right now really hurts us. But okay, game 7, the Spurs make it. Game 7 at home in Chicago. Let's come out here and win this, although I think the injuries are going to really, really affect that fact. But we're right behind them. Do we ever take the lead? We do late here, but oh my gosh, we have the lead again. Do we get to the finals, or is this going to go to... It is going to be a 116 to 115 victory for the Chicago Bulls. That was a very close game, and we're basically limping in here. So the Spurs is our finals matchup. We get to the finals, but man, our injuries really stack it up against us right now. Sengay's hurt, Brennan Miller's hurt, but he's playing through it. And then, of course, you know, we lost Buzelis. So Brennan Miller says season-ending injury, but he's playing through it right now. And Sengay is day-to-day, so I guess he'll be healthy soon. Man, not having Buzelis really, really sucks. But San Antonio, do they have injuries? I don't think so. They look really healthy right now. So let's see what we got in San Antonio. So the Spurs, they have Stephon Castle. He's out. At least there's that. And then you do have Gonzalez and this guy out as well. So, but I still feel like they're in good shape, you know, instead of us. So game 1 does go to the Spurs, 143 to 138. Game 2, we do win, though, 131 to 122. So we get a win, and now let's go simcast game 3. Let's see if we can't win game 3 at home in Chicago. It is going to be a close game, but we've gotten this far. We could win this series despite all the injuries, which we needed a win there, I feel like. I think that, oh my gosh, look at these injuries, dude. Coward's hurt now as well. Wait, Buzelis is back. Holy moly. We might have gotten our shining star back. That would be awesome. Sengay is still out, but they said season, and now he's going to play, I guess. I don't know, but all right. If we can win game 4, even though these guys are still hurt, we might be back in this series. Can we hang on, though, and win? I think we might. Don't blow it. And we will win game 4. So we're back in it. Buzelis comes back to save the day. Sengay is now back too. So rotation is, you know, while it's not really healthy, they are playing. So they're playing through injuries. Game 5 on the road in San Antonio. Can we come out here and win game 5 and go up 3-2? Come on, man. I know we want this game. And they will... thought we had it there. But all right. Game 6 at home in Chicago to force a game 7. Just force a game 7. Just let us know we fought to the end despite everything stacking up against us. But it is going to fall flat, unfortunately. 128 to 112. The Spurs do go on and win it all. We lose in 6 in the NBA Finals. So we were capable of getting here, but at the end of the day, the injuries were just stacking up against us. And the Spurs, it seemed like they stayed way healthier than us, and we just didn't really stand a chance. So that sucks. I do want to run this back one more time, though, and I'll end it on whatever happens then. So we'll kind of keep the team intact, and we'll see if maybe one final run will get it done. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but we did. So as I promised, we ran it back as we are the first seed in the East. I'm curious to see what our health situation's looking like. And oh gosh, okay, LaMelo Ball is out for the season. He played 50 games. That's not good. That's our probably best player, obviously, and he is not going to play. Outside of that, though, we're decently healthy, which just, you know, best player being out, that's going to hurt us. But I feel like we still have enough talent to potentially get it done, but it's going to suck without him. So we get round 1, the Brooklyn Nets, who we did beat pretty easily last year. So let's see if we can do that again. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. And we will beat them in 5. Okay. Now for the Miami Heat. What are we looking like now? So, everyone, once again, I guess we... no, just kidding. We lost Coward and Chloe in the first round. So, all right. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 goes to them. And then Miami at this point has Devin Booker on their team. Gafford, Bam Adebayo, Porzingis. Yes, and then Hero, I guess, is hurt for them right now, I think. So, sucks for them, but all right. We tie it up. Can we go up 3-2? Yes, we can. Can we beat them in 6? Yes, we can. Did we get guys back yet? Let's see. Looks like we got Coward back, but, you know, Chloe and then Dame Sarr's hurt. So, Chloe and Sarr are still out. But we've made it to the conference finals despite having no LaMelo Ball, which is a good sign. And the Magic seem hurt as well, unless they just... No, yeah, Polo is, I think, injured right now. So, unless if he just regressed that much, which would be brutal if he did. Now, he's hurt. Pinched nerve in the back, but he might still be playing through it. So, outside of that, they're healthy. Game 1 does go to Orlando. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. Uh-oh. We make it back to the finals despite having no LaMelo Ball. Is there a chance he comes back like Bazelis did for us? I don't know, but we've made it this far. Crow's doing a good job. If we look at the playoff stats, we should get the Mavericks this time. Playoff stats so far, Brennan Miller has led the way. 17 from Dame Sarr, which he's back, close to being back. Jason Crow is filling that gap of LaMelo Ball extremely well. 16 points per game, 39% from 3, so that is big time. Mavericks have no Luka Doncic or no Cooper Flag. Oh my gosh, they are both hurt. This has to be our chance. Holy crap, this could not have worked out any better. Mavericks, let's see. Let's see what they got. Luka Doncic out. Flag out. Season-ending injury. We have to win this series. If we do not beat the Mavericks here with those two out, then we are just not deserved of it. So, game 1. No way. They win game 1, but we win game 2. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. We're going to beat them, aren't we? We will win a championship. That is the luckiest thing I've ever seen. But at the end of the day, it worked out. Cooper Flag and Luka Doncic were both out. Brennan Miller wins Finals MVP. Now, we were missing LaMelo Ball, but it didn't matter. At this point, it was basically Carson Wentz on the sideline watching Nick Foles win, and we did it without him. So that was a beautiful way to end this video. Extremely lucky that the Mavericks were that injured, but I'm glad we tried one more time. I hope you guys did enjoy it. This was a fun one. It's very slow, very methodical. Definitely was very patient in this one. But thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy it. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.